It was just another day for Emily. She had just finished school and was looking forward to some quiet time at home. Her parents were at work, her younger siblings were at soccer practice. She was alone, or so she thought.
Peace and quiet, just what I need.
She heads upstairs. On the bed lies a crumpled piece of paper. She picks it up, puzzled. She unfolds the paper, reading it aloud, muttering with a hint of confusion.
There's someone in the house. Very funny, guys. What happened? Miss soccer practice?
As she asked, she waited for a response, with her smirk fading. But no one was responding to all her questions. So she immediately asked again, this time a bit louder, just in case they didn't hear her the first time.
Hey, if I catch you two messing with me again, you're in trouble.
While no one responded, she shakes her head and leaves her room, heading to the kitchen. This is where she makes her first discovery at the refrigerator. So she opens the refrigerator looking for a snack. Her brow furrows when she spots something unusual. Another note tucked behind the milk. She pulls it out, her expression now shifting from irritation to a quite uneasy expression on her face. Then she reads what is written on the paper with some worry or fear and uneasy feeling taking over her this time around.
Your little sister and brother are at soccer practice.
The note slips from her hands. Her face pales as she stammers in absolute fear this time, because the whole situation has suddenly started becoming a bit more scary, as no one is responding, and as she keeps finding these different notes of paper with these eerie messages written on them. Then with a pale face she stammers as she rushes to the front door, grabbing the knob, but it won't budge. The door was not opening for some reason, and suddenly it was locked, so she couldn't even turn the doorknob or open the door, even though she was inside the house.
Guys, this isn't funny anymore. Stop it, please, if it is some kind of joke. It's starting to be a bit scary now, guys, so I'll need you guys to come out already and stop this scary fun you're having. I don't have time for this. What the common now, guys?
She pulls the door handle even harder this time, slamming her shoulder against the door, but it doesn't move. Then a faint rustling sound draws her attention downward. As she looks downward, to her astonishment and even more fear, another note has fallen from the doorframe. Emily tries to read the note while she trembles at the same time. "You're stuck. You ain't going nowhere," said the note. Now her breathing quickens. She stumbles backward, clutching her phone. But when she presses the power button, the phone isn't working, because the battery of the phone is suddenly dead, which even adds to her fear now because she can't even make a phone call if she tries to. She can't try to call her siblings, and she can't even try to call the police. If she tries, her phone battery is completely dead.
No, not now. This can't be happening to me. No cops, no phone, no way out. Boy, oh Lord, please, this can't be happening.
She immediately bolts to the living room, searching for the landline phone. But as soon as she gets there, she notices that the phone is not connected to the lines, and the cables are cut such that the landline phone can't be used because it has been disconnected, even though the landline had been perfectly working before she left home earlier that day. Instead, there's another note right here on the table by the side of the landline. The note had things written in it, and these things written in it were, of course, mocking her, adding to her utter fear and making her tremble. So she quickly sprints to the back door, yanking on the handle, but it's locked too. Suddenly, she hears a rustling sound, which makes her freeze. Another note flutters down from above. She hesitates before unfolding it, fearing for her life and fearing what would be written in the note this time. "Look up," the note says. So Emily gazes as she slowly looks upward. Hanging from the ceiling is something looking like her cat pinned up there. Something red drips onto the floor. Emily screams, stumbling backward in sheer terror. So she immediately rushes to a window, pulling back the curtains. But as she pulls back the curtains, she finds another note taped to the glass. "I dare you to go outside," said the note. Seeing this, Emily races to the kitchen, searching for a knife, because this time she has realized that she has to protect herself somehow, since it seems that no one is coming to help her. As a matter of fact, no one even knows that she is in trouble or that she is facing all this horror alone at home. But as soon as she opens the kitchen drawers, she finds out that the drawers are empty. Instead of finding a knife in the drawers, she finds another note in the silverware tray. So Emily tried to read what is written on the note. "I don't think so," said the note. Mocking her, knowing fully well that the drawers are empty, probably because he had taken all the knives and other kitchen tools out of the drawers. Her voice cracks as she sobs. She sprints back to her bedroom, slamming the door shut and locking it. She checks the closet and under the bed. Nothing. She opens her drawer looking for her phone charger, but instead finds yet another note that read, "I said no phones." Suddenly, the TV flickers on, blasting loud static. Emily recoils, covering her ears. She inches toward the TV, trying to turn it off. Another note is taped to the TV screen. So Emily reads what was written on the note of paper taped to the TV screen. In despair, "I have the remote," said the note. So she collapses onto her bed, clutching her knees, rocking back and forth as she tries her best and screams for help at the loudest of her voice as possible. And she keeps screaming non-stop for help in case someone hears and comes to her aid. Suddenly, and fortunately for her, someone hears her screams for help and calls the police immediately. 5 minutes later, the police arrived. They searched every corner but found nothing. Emily, sitting on the couch, tries to answer the police while trembling as detectives question her. Suddenly, one of them notices something strange. There was another note, and written on the note were the scary words, "I was this close, but I saw the cops." The note had been taped to her back, so the detective touched her back where the note had been taped to and pulled it off her. They did not let her know what was written on the paper. She didn't even know the detective had pulled a paper off her back, or that the scary man had taped a paper to her back in the first place. So she didn't even know how close he had come to her before the police arrived. They stayed with her till the rest of her family came back. And when they came home, she tried to narrate her scary ordeal to them. Some police also waited around the house till the next morning in order to ease her and her family of any fear and to provide protection for them. The next night, Emily moves through the house, her eyes darting to every shadow. She checks each window, every lock, and double-checks them to be perfectly sure that all doors and windows were locked.
Please. No, not again. Why is this happening to me all over again? Someone please tell me this isn't real, because I can't take this any longer. This cannot be happening to me. Please, Lord. Someone tell me this isn't happening and maybe I am just imagining things. No, no, no. This is not real.
She stops suddenly, her breath catching in her throat. She stares at the window where a figure stands. Forehead pressed to the glass, a twisted, cartoonish grin spread across his face. And there he was, the man who haunted her dreams. He slides a hand down the glass, leaving a smear. His yellow skin glistens under the moonlight, his matted hair hanging over his lifeless eyes. Emily, trembling, says again, "Oh, please, no." Then Emily stands there frozen in fear. And sometimes, the things you fear most never leave. The man who haunted her dreams was back. But was it a dream? Or was it a dream in a dream? Or was it all real? Suddenly, a knock on the door. It was Emily's mom. "You've been sleeping for too long, and you're going to be late for school," says Emily's mom. Emily immediately jumps up from the bed and runs to hug her mom. "Mom, I've just had the worst dream ever," says Emily. Then as she hugs her mom, she looks to the window and a shadow goes by. If you enjoyed this chilling tale, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more haunting stories. Until next time, sleep well, if you can.